The Hong Kong Institute of Education was the place to train people to become local school teachers. But now at this new stage of transformation, as we become more multidisciplinary, as we become a very research-active institution, we see that the Hong Kong Institute of Education has an active role to play in shaping the regional and international landscape in education.
As Hong Kong's main institution for educational development, the Hong Kong Institute of Education is entering an exciting era, providing new ideas and momentum for the development and evolution of education in both Hong Kong and throughout the Asia-Pacific region. With support from the government and the University Grants Committee, the Institute has laid down clear goals for becoming an education-focused, research-strong and multidisciplinary institution. In the new academic year, fresh recruits join the Institute, taking their first steps on the road to fostering educational innovation. The Institute continues to increase the breadth and depth of its curriculum in core educational areas.
What our programs try to do is to produce young teachers who will in the end produce the citizens of the future. Citizens who will be creative, citizens who will be innovative, citizens who will be involved in their communities. That's the difference between 21st century education and the education of last century.
We emphasize very much on the concept of whole person development. We want to provide them with an environment in which they can grow and they can be independent through real-life experience. And that includes overseas exchange, apprenticeship, and also the provision for their own initiative in social and volunteering works.
Interdisciplinary programs are designed to equip students to contribute to the educational needs of Hong Kong and the Asia-Pacific region. With the implementation of the new senior secondary curriculum in Hong Kong, there are more demands on students. They need to be knowledgeable in their own subject areas, have an international perspective, and possess critical thinking and problem-solving skills. They also need to be dedicated to lifelong learning.
Students could be trained to be bilingual in the sense that it is, they can speak Cantonese, English, and also Putonghua. Then they can understand their culture best and they can also express themselves to the world.
Students going through the program would also have chance to go to overseas, joining global study program elsewhere offered by international university to extend their knowledge and widen their horizon to loads about the world.
The government has announced that there is not enough of the cultural industry workers, and I think this program will contribute to the feeling that need in Hong Kong. Not only they learn a major discipline, but they also learn to work across a range of arts, established arts areas.
In addition to the training of teachers, the Institute has set up a graduate school to support research postgraduate programs and research projects.
At Hong Kong HKIEd, our research expenditures are invested in education and related disciplines, including humanities, social sciences, and cultural and creative arts. This is not only unique in Hong Kong, this is also consistent with our commitment in powering education.
The Institute brings together the region's experts in education and related fields. Research areas cover educational development and innovation, and the results and findings are transferred to benefit frontline teaching and learning. Over 200 research projects are conducted each year.
Our research capacity is powering education through knowledge advancement for professional improvement, practical innovation, and policy formulation, not only for Hong Kong, but also for the region.
This research will have profound effects on education and to the development of society as a whole.
Health education is one of the things that we have to pay attention to, which talks about not just the healthy habits, it also talks about how the school provides a healthy environment. It really tells us that knowledge has to be transferred from the institute to the individual school, to the teachers.
Apart from research subjects connected to educational issues, the Institute actively develops interdisciplinary research projects.
We're using psychological methods to help them reappraise, re-evaluate the challenges in the caregiving process, to make it look more positive for themselves. We are going to look into is whether this is also helpful to teachers, who we know is also under very high degree of stress.
The Institute continues to form strategic partnership with mainland and overseas universities. It also acts as an enabler and facilitator for regional cooperation and coordination, and helps strengthening Hong Kong's position as an education hub in the region. Guided by an Education Plus vision, the Hong Kong Institute of Education is determined to become a leading university of education and related disciplines in the Asia-Pacific region, ready in its quest for excellence in academic achievement and contributing to society.
I hope that our graduates and also colleagues can engage in research and also service and development activities at the local, regional and international level, so that they can provide active contributions to the well-being and also the scholarship activities in the region.
We are now able to serve not just the Hong Kong community, but also the mainland and also Asia in general. We are in a position to really influence regional education development in terms of innovation, education policy change, in terms of promoting a better understanding of society, a better understanding of how the world is progressing.